as you can see here, I have rust. It's worse than I hoped, but I was hoping for no rust, and you know how that goes. The driver's side actually isn't so bad. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark. The passenger side has a bunch of rust. I vacuumed all the loose gunk out. I threw away the soundproofing stuff, and for damage, it's not too bad. It could be worse. I'm gonna take this panel off, and I'm gonna get like a wire wheel and kind of clean all this crap up and vacuum it up again and see how it goes. But I have a little hole here, smaller than my fingertip. I have a little hole here, a little bit smaller than the prior hole, and I have a little hole right here and here, and two tiny holes there. So they do go through. You can see my finger underneath there. So it still seems pretty sturdy. I'm pushing on it and it hasn't crumbled on me. So maybe there's hope here. So I'm gonna pop this panel off. 10 mil. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. These are rusted in place and the heads are all messed up. I'm just stripping it or something. Okay, let's try something else. Got one of these gator grip things. Maybe this might help me. Maybe not. Let's find out. Ooh, that didn't work. How about this one? That didn't work. Wishful thinking here. Maybe I can grip the head and just turn it. Maybe. Just maybe. Are those not even... Looks like I gotta remove this to get at this this floor panel support here. Yep, just as I suspected. There are some bolts back here. Man, look at this. Look at this flimsy piece of trim. It's like paper thin. So I do have to remove this to get this off. So. Alright. Now this can come out. Careful with that, because it's paper thin. You don't want to break it. There's some bolts here, here, here to get this guy out. This should be able to come right out, just like that. Oh, there's one more push pin in the back. So, here we go. This comes out. Put this aside. Don't break it. All right. Bolt, 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 bolt. Cool. Yep, they're gone. Hey, the bolts are here. Maybe. Oh, this is tap a little bit. Okay. These screws out. All right. Got this little guy up here on the lift. Let's take a look at the floor pan. Now, there, no, there, there, and there, and that. That's not too bad. I should be able to fix that. Well, I just got to figure out how these are gonna come out of their bolts, because they're kind of like fused at the top there. These bolts are screwed, and I'm probably gonna have to drill them out, cut them off, or something. I don't know. Then I can get this extra support brace out, and then I can try to clean up the rust some more. for now, let's clean it up and decide what I'm going to do from that point. So you need a wheel wire brush. I use this one I got at the hardware store. It's just a fine brush. It's not the coarse brush. I'm not sure which one I need, but I'll try this one and find out. I don't have a bigger drill than this. There are ones that you can attach to a angle grinder, but let's try this first. So it is creating a bunch of dust. I'd rather not have the dust. I'm going to use my shop vac, so I'm just going to speed up this process so you don't have to watch this and listen to a shop vac. Earlier we saw that I have bolts that are completely rusted away, and they're holding this frame support, extra support brace, whatever it's called. They're holding this in, and I can't turn them. They're completely like rust welded themselves to the piece of metal here. So I tried drilling a little hole from the top. I'm just trying to not to bungle the nut on the other side, but I guess I'm not doing that good of a job because I already bungled one. I figured I was going to be able to rethread it, but I was a little bit off, and I'll probably just have to knock that welded nut off and just weld the new nut on and just use new hardware. So here I attempted to drill downwards from above, and I used a small diameter drill bit first, and then I tried to center it as best as I can, drilled it in to get like a pilot hole. Then I took a bigger drill bit about the size of one of these holes and tried to bore it through the center again, and I successfully punched it through. I think I actually got that broken free there. It's a little bit stuck, but I have to take off these other ones before I try to pry on it. The bolt is completely knocked through. There's nothing left on the threaded side, and then this side I lifted the car up and tried to drill up. This way I can see if I'm about to bungle the threads on the nut, and I tried that. So right now I have a hole straight through the middle of it, or at least as straight as I can get it from below. Let me come back down from my ladder here and try not to die and show you what it looks like from underneath. So this one right here is the one where I drilled from above. See how I kind of went off kilter here? That's just some gunk I can probably poke out of there with a little poking stick. Over here is the one where I bored it straight up. You can see light through it. It goes all the way through. I'm gonna see if I can remove this somehow without messing up the nut. But you know, if I mess up the nut, it is what it is. I'm gonna probably have to cut a little bit of this anyways. It's actually really not that bad. This is just like the beginning of it. There are more little pinholes now because I was grinding away up there just to clear out the rust. So if it gets worse, we'll see what I'm gonna do here. As you can see here, there's like little pinholes showing up that weren't there before. So if I have to cut this out, it is what it is. I don't have a welder. I did buy one on eBay. I bought like a little hobbyist one. I bought a MIG welder. Should be able to fix this up real quick. Let me continue with this and see if I have a better chance at going at it from below. So I finished drilling my bolts through and broke them free. They're free from this plate here. Hopefully now this plate will come out without much trouble. Ooh, it moves, that's good. This is still clinging on. There we go. I was nowhere close to the center. Well, whatever. Ooh, look at this. This can come out now. It's kind of rough though. Okay, let's take this out closer. So all the holes seem to have a lot of rust around there where that plate was kind of probably hiding on the like moisture when it gets collected out of there, and it doesn't have anywhere to go but to sit around, and these must be like the low points. So it's not horrible. It's a Plus, I'm going to try to scrape some of this stuff up, see how much worse it is. But so far, this seems to be localized to here, there, and there. So maybe a few little sections of sheet metal. I don't know. I don't think I could use my little patch method I wanted to try anymore. But we'll see. I want to do this once and not have to come back and do it again. Well, there it is. Actually, doesn't look half bad now. Just gotta probably have to figure out what part to cut out and redo, but I'm gonna probably have to buy some steel here. Anybody got a floor pan sitting around that they don't want? So I'm gonna do some more cleaning up, get this all shiny or whatever. I'll probably come back to this another day because I don't feel like doing this anymore. All right.